Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to the Daily Grind. I'm your host, Chum Change. This is live recorded for anyone that might be new here. What we typically do is go over crypto news in the space, or in this case, GPU news in the space. And I bring you guys along for the ride. I update myself. And yeah, that's what we do. Sorry, I was just trying to catch up, and I apologize for being a little bit late. I had to fix all my settings. I didn't realize there was so much stuff off from streaming from a laptop. It was just, yeah, a nightmare. Anyways, let's see who's in the chat, and then we'll get into this. You guys know I've been gone the last like 4 days, so trying to get back into the swing of things. Mr. Steven Cicero, my man, Max Voltage. Good morning, sir. Thanks for being here. We have Andrew Masad, Black Hat Team. Good to see you. Lawnmower Man, Leo Lustig. I think I have a package from you, actually. Forgot to grab it, but I'll check it out later today. Crypto for Seniors, Midwest Mining. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Let's see who else is in the chat. Kyle Rosa, good to see you, buddy. TK89, good morning. DJ Destor, my man. Let's see, Solar Miner, good morning. Rud Puts, thank you for being a member for 26 months. That's insane. Let's go, 26 already. Time to party. A bunch of beers. Love it, buddy. All right, let's get into this. Everybody else I may have missed, I apologize, but let's see. Market's looking like today. We are at 63,538. Let's see, Ethereum at 32.87. We have Solana at 181 bucks. Solana hit like $200, did it not? Am I wrong? Absolutely crazy. Oh, button wasn't on. All right, let's see. Let's continue. We have XRP at 60 cents, just about 59.42. We have Litecoin at $80, not too bad. ETC's at 28 bucks. We've had quite the pullback actually the last couple days. I'm sure everybody's freaking out, but guys, listen, can't go up forever. Things needed to have a pullback. Things needed to cool down. Caspa's down to 12 cents, 12.68. Not too bad though. Good buying opportunity, at least in my opinion. I bought some this morning when it was at 11 cents. So that was pretty good for me. I don't know if anybody else jumped in on that. We have Render still doing extremely well at $11.37. Crazy. Man, I feel like I missed a lot. I've been gone for a couple days. I feel like I missed a bunch. All right, look at this. Oh my gross. We got a bunch of redness in the on the day anyways. Crazy. All these, it looks like the meme coins. Whiff hat is down 23.1% on the day. Let's see, Dogecoin's down 11.4. A couple meme coins. Pepe is down 11.3. Bonk's down 16.8. A lot of things are down. Again, guys, we're having a pullback. It is what it is. Not a big deal. Let's see. I think we get some consolidation for a long time, says Panera Cards in the chat. You think so? I think it'll come back in a couple weeks. I think it'll come back. Right now, it's just, you know what? A lot of people that bought into Bitcoin or any type of crypto, right, in the past couple months through these ETFs and stuff, this is the first like real shakeout. People aren't really they're not used to this, right? So people don't understand what's going on. So yeah, this is the first pullback, is going to cause a lot of uncertainty in the market. That's just my opinion. Let's see, Caspa buy 11 cents is good. Nismo Miner, yes, that was I saw it this morning and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna swap some. I actually swapped it directly through Tangem and it worked awesome. If you guys are interested in the Tangem wallet, go check it out, links in the description. But this is on the week. Looks like the biggest earners, Jupiter, 48.5% on the week. Pretty crazy. Rank 61 now, up 40. It says up 44 ranks. Damn, the past week, that's crazy. Jupiter's $1.21. Is anybody into that? Let me know in the chat. Solana again up 20.5%. This is on the week, looking like ranked 4th. Went up a rank. Nice, look at that. All right, flashbang fear and greed index. Let's see what we're looking like. We have extreme greed 79. You guys know I don't care unless it's over 75. And yeah, we've been holding close to the 80s the last couple weeks, so, or in the 80s rather. So yeah, it's about time we had a pullback. We were expecting it. We needed it, right? All right, let's go. Top 10 coins over here by coin market cap on CoinGecko. We have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, Solana, Flip to BNB, XRP, Lido staked Ether, USDC, Cardano, and Avalanche. Looks like Avalanche took over Dogecoin again in the top 10th spot. Look at that, by $3 billion. Crazy. Then we have Shiba in 12th, which is I'm still pretty surprised that's actually holding up here in 12th place. And realistically, my bag of Shiba hasn't went down all that much, to be honest. It's dropped like $1,000 and it's still in top 12. Like I'm shocked, to be honest, completely shocked. Let's see, Financial Fair said thanks for the tip to swap on Tangem. That's how I get my cash. Dude, it's so easy. It really is. It's so much. It was, honestly, it's cheaper It's cheaper than any way that I found so far. Deadly Wolf said, I bought Solana when it was $100 and sold at 200. Damn, good for you, man. There you go. 2x is not a bad deal. All right, let's see. A few coins here. We're looking like Litecoin is in 23rd place. We have DD40. Hold on, DDA40 xfan _ Bruce. Thank you for being a chump change VIP. Appreciate you, buddy. All right, let's see. We have Render is in 29th place, $11 again, 33 cents. Is anybody in on Render? Let me know in the chat if anybody jumped into that. We have Ethereum Classic again is under 30 bucks in 31st place. I think Ethereum Classic's going to do well once this Ethereum ETF thing happens. Gaspa again in 43rd, actually at 12.5 cents. Again, Pepe is down just below that, ranked 44. You know what? Pepe is one of those wild card meme coins. I think it's gonna just explode when money starts coming into altcoin season. What do you guys think? Thanks so much info here. Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you. Let's see. Financial failure said, Andrew Masad, I swapped USDC on Polygon and I literally paid pennies. Yeah, it's so cheap. It's so cheap. All right, I think that's it, man. Oh, actually, you know what? Someone was shitting on ETC Pow in the chat right before we started, so let's see. Again, I haven't been around in a while, so I want to check out a few coins. What is this? Ugh, gross. Bruh. This coin this coin has literally taken a shit over the past year. It's been $2.49. It's down to 5 cents, under 6 cents. Yeah, this, I don't know, this whole thing, I had high hopes for it, and then it just turned into a straight Ponzi scheme. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how you guys feel about it. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't hold this coin at all. If you guys are into this, yeah, I would just swap right out. Get the hell out of it, because you probably already got wrecked if you didn't, you know. if you didn't already, it's yeah, just, I'm telling you, get rid of it. Anyways, I don't know, that's not financial advice, just my opinion. Hedera, this one right here, HBAR, I watched a really good video about this and I don't remember which video it was, but it was more or less like kind of the overall like outlook on Hedera itself, and it was kind of a good video, and I really think I should invest in some of it, so I think I'm gonna purchase some. I might get some today, but I'm waiting for it to get on Tangent. I don't know if they actually put it on the Tangent wallet yet, but once it's there, I will get some. It's only 10 cents right now, probably a good buying opportunity. What's let's see, what's all-time high? All-time high is 56 cents 2 years ago. Wow, interesting. What is, let's see real quick, market cap $3.4 billion. We got total supply 50 billion coins. Let's see, circulating is 33, so it's still a little bit out there that can be released. I don't know, what do you guys think about this? Does anybody have Hedera? Let me know in the chat. Have a small bag of Hedera, says Andrew Masad. Good play, says DJ Death Star. Yeah, I think I'm gonna jump on this one, to be honest. I might buy some later today. I don't know, it depends. It really depends if it's on Tangent yet. If it's not, then I have to wait, but nonetheless, anyways, let's move on to the mining segment of things. You guys know I like to timestamp this stuff, see what the most profitable miner is over here. I mine the ASIC. We have the Bitmain Antminer KS5. This is the pro version, 21 terahash unit, making $141.50. Nice. Let's see, Andrew Basad said mine is on my Tangent. Awesome. All right, then I'll have to get some. I know they were adding that coin, so whatever. Anyways, the KS5 20 terahash unit making $134 a day. These things were like over 200 obviously when Caspa was above where it's at now, but I mean, guys, listen, we're gonna have pullbacks. It's buying opportunities, things will happen, and these will probably pop off. To be honest, these machines have been on the top of the charts for like 6 months, even greater than that actually, and it's, you know, Caspa's gonna do good things. I think, at least I hope so. It's my third biggest holding, I would say, third or fourth biggest holding. The BMKS Max 11 terahash unit, we have $66 a day. We get the Windminer K9. Again, I still never seen a video on either of these units, but $65.19 a day. We have the KS3 9.4 terahash unit, making 58 bucks. The regular KS3 8.3 terahash unit, making $51.26 a day. The Ice River KS3 8 terahash unit, making $49.10. The KS3M 6 terahash unit, making $34.43. Not too bad. All right, so let's see. Scrolling down a little bit. I want to see the Antminer K7. How's this thing doing? $12.12 a day. Not too bad. This thing was actually killing it last week, or a couple weeks ago anyways. The Ice River KS2 is making $11.32 a day. This one right here, this Collagen P2 newer unit, I think it's an FPGA if I'm not mistaken, correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. 1,576 Carlson a day, making $10, just about $9.97. I'm shocked Carlson's actually still even around, to be honest. Let's see, Bitmain Antminer L7 9050. This is the one I got down at Terra Hosting. That's where I was the last 4 days, building some hot cold dials. Actually go through all my footage later today. I had to catch up on sleep yesterday. I was dead. $9.79 a day. The L7's actually been killing it. It's been killing it. It's always killed it, actually. This has probably been one of the best miners I've ever come across. I'm gonna be honest, it's been the most consistent. You know, obviously with the pumps in Dogecoin and Litecoin, yeah, profitability goes up and down, but it's been the most like consistent, close to, you know, up within the 50 top miners forever, right? Let's see. Lil Man Lou, I think that's how you say your name. Real quick, actually, DJ Death Star, thank you for the $5 super chat. I will never, that will never get old to me. DJ just screaming like that, it's hysterical. Let's see, asked in the chat, but is anyone still on, I don't know what that is, MoneyGram, money sign and gram, I don't even know what that is. It is doing really well and still mineable, getting more trading pairs. Really? What is that on? I don't even know what that is. We'll have to look in a second, actually. I'll check that in a second. Thank you very much for $5 super chat, Mr. DJ Death Star. Lil Man Lou said, people are sleeping on Helium Mobile. Even with the massive pullback, I'm making $150 plus a day. What? With 2 installations? What? Is that true, Lil Man Lou? What? All right, I'm gonna look up this gram one because you guys are talking about it in the chat. Has it got, do I have to put the money sign? Is that what that is? Which one is it? I don't even know what it is. This one right here? Down here? I'm gonna have to look it up now. Is it like a new coin or something? Let me see. Byron's still on the top of the charts for the 3 months. Shocked that thing's still around. That and Carlson, actually. All right, anyways. Newest coin right here. You guys know I'm gonna start doing this. I'm gonna start looking up these coins and seeing what the new mineable coins are. Anokas. I don't know what this is, but it's a Kapow coin. If you guys are interested, don't download anything on your main PC. Risks of viruses and stuff, you guys know. Yeah, miningpool.stats.stream. If you guys are interested, click on new coins. You can see all the new mineable coins. Look at this Bugna. What is this? K heavy hash fork. Interesting. And you know what, actually, shout out to my man Hawk. He actually made a good point on Saturday Night Live where we were actually streaming. He said that you know, there was a lot of Ethereum forks when Ethereum was the top mineable coin, and he wasn't wrong in that statement. And I think we're gonna see more and more K heavy hash forks, and most of them are just gonna go nowhere. But yeah, I don't know, guys, just be careful, please. Anyways, let's check on GPUs. Top mineable coins for wow, did they do a facelift on this site? God, I've been gone for 4 days and things just like completely change. What is happening? This is all coins, right? Pyron's top of the charts. Pyron on everything. Jeez, what is happening here? Highest profit, highest revenue, highest profit 24 hours, and highest revenue 24 hours. So they added 2 columns. Wow, that threw me off real good. All right, well, anyways, 40 series looks like it's the most profitable on Pyron. What is the price of Pyron? Yeah, I don't know what this gram one is. Did anybody ever answer me actually in the chat? Let me see. Gram. Let's see. Excuse me, I'm scrolling through. Yeah, I don't know what this gram one is. DJ Death Star, I love you, buddy, but I have absolutely no idea what it is. Pyron. Let's see. Pyron. Oh my god. Look at this.
Perfect.
13 cents. Pyron, I'm gonna have to go look at my trade ogre and see if I have any on there. That's crazy. What is happening? All right, let's see. Hold on. Mr. Iowa Crypto Mining, aka Depran. Let's see. I am glad all these house remodel videos finally paid off for you. Haha. Have a good day, everybody. Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you. Thanks for being here. He's a used car salesman, by the way. If you guys didn't know, that's what he does for a day job. This is what we get. A 13 cents though. Pyron's doing crazy. Hopefully you guys take profits. That's nuts. Absolutely nuts. What's its all-time high, actually? 14 cents. About 13 hours ago. So it hit its all-time high 13 hours ago? Jeez. All right. Looks like I'm going to be mining Pyron hash on my GPUs. I got to swap them all over. I'm actually mining a lithium, swapping into Caspa. Interesting. All right. Looks like Pyron's top of the charts. Anyways, to move on, we have Hypera. It used to be Hypera and Lithium. Looks like just Hypera now for the highest revenue over here. Conflux is on the top of the charts for the past 24 hours. Looks like we have Clore AI for some of the AMD cards. You know, Clore's always really kind of on the top of the charts for AMD cards. It's kind of neat. 3090 Ti got Ergo in the last 24 hours, highest profits. Nice. That's pretty much it. Pretty much those 4 coins. Xano, I guess. Xano's one of them. Last 24 hours. Nice. Man, I'm gonna have to swap all my stuff over to Pyron. Crazy. How's the lithium doing, actually? I need to look. Oh my god. It's not too bad though. It's still $2.56. That's insane from where it was. But yeah, the lithium's taking quite the poop. Quite the poop. Let's see. Dan R says DJ Jetstar was thinking honeygram for breakfast. The man is hungry. He might be. Isn't that honey smacks? Honeygrams. That maybe it is honeygrams. I don't know. Maybe you're right. All right. Anyways, guys, let's move on to the news because this is killing me here. Hold on. Oh, before we get into the news videos, we're gonna get into. Look at this. Spot Bitcoin ETFs hit negative flows as GBTC sheds $642 million in a day. Grayscale's GBTC has just notched its largest days in outflows since its launch through ETF analysis though ETF analysis are optimistic that BTC ETFs are only just starting to gain momentum. Let's see, more than $640 million worth of Bitcoin flowed out of crypto asset manager Grayscale's spot Bitcoin exchange traded fund on March 18th, marking the largest day of outflows for the fund since its conversion to a spot ETF on January 11th. Let's see, Grayscale notched a total of $642.5 million in outflows on March 18th. At the same time, inflows into Fidelity Bitcoin ETF, the second largest fund, stumbled to just 5.9 million, its lowest day on record according to data from Farside Investors. Both led to net outflow for spot Bitcoin ETFs of $154.3 million. Then this is the Bitcoin ETF flow table. If you guys are interested, you can see all the dates and what's happened in the past couple of days. But you can see right here, 642. That was obviously Grayscale, and then total. What is this? I don't know how they do this math actually. Negative 154.3. How did they do that actually? How did they get to that number? Oh, never mind. They're taking all these minus. I got you. Okay, so this is the first negative day or second negative day. March 1st actually had it as well. 139.6. Interesting. Well, whatever. There it is. If you guys are interested, links in the description. Go check it out. All right, let's get into the news of the day. I want to watch over here. Nvidia unveils the new Blackwell platform. I don't know if you guys heard of this, the new GPU or something that's coming out, or I guess it's a. People are saying GPU and it's a platform, so I'm kind of confused on the entire thing. Let's see what it's all about and yeah, go from there, because I saw some new chips, so I'm kind of interested to see what they got to say over here on CNBC television. And real quick, Crypto for Seniors, appreciate you for the $4.99 super chat. He said thanks for the tip. Hedera is on. Tangem bought it.
Perfect.
Appreciate you, buddy. I'm gonna go check it out right now while we're watching this.
And they did just announce Blackwell. Jensen Huang saying it's not a chip, it's the name of a platform. The chip is the GH100, 208 billion transistors here.
Okay, so that is GH100.
Talking about how with the need for larger models, they also need bigger GPUs. And I believe we've got our...
Again, Crypto for Seniors, thank you so much. $4.99 super chat, you're awesome, buddy. DJ, I'm gonna have to zoom that in so we can just see his face.
Christina Parks-Nevelis, not yet. Okay, we're going to let you hear what he said. Here's Jensen Huang.
I would like to introduce you to a very, very big GPU. Named after David Blackwell, a mathematician, game theorist, probability. We thought it was a perfect name. Blackwell, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy this.
This is the two largest dies possible, unified as one GPU, 208 billion transistors, full catch coherency.
All right, comparing
5 times the AI performance, 4 times on the die memory, 128 billion more transistors, twice the size, a massive leap in compute.
Blackwell to Hopper, which came before Christina Partsinevelos. How important?
Holy shit. All right, let's see. The engine of the new industrial revolution, 20 petaflops of AI performance, 192 gigabytes of HBM3E, 8 terabytes of memory bandwidth, full stack CUDA enabled. Goddamn.
Is this to not just Nvidia's plans, but the whole industry growing up around AI?
Holy shit. That's crazy. Hold on. What? Man, what? I thought the 4090 was the best. Now what? Now 4090 is going to be like an RX 580. Fuck.
This particular platform, the Blackwell, is very important because of the efficiency and how much power processing it can provide at a lower power rate. So I should say that they are going to deliver with this new GPU chip, Blackwell. It's going to deliver 4 times the training performance of the H100. So that was the previous architecture that you just mentioned. It's the chip we constantly talk about. It's the chip that has been in shortage, and it costs anywhere between $15,000 and $20,000. So this new architecture, which was largely expected today, should be 4 times the training performance and also claims to be 25 times lower in energy use. They're going to not provide specific details on the launch date, but we should expect a launch for later this year. Additionally, they did name drop a few partnerships on stage just at the beginning of the conversation. Jensen Huang, I should say. He mentioned Ansys, Synopsys, TSMC, and Cadence, all of them working together on their AI system. So again, the newsiest thing right now is this largely anticipated Blackwell infrastructure. It's going to provide a new GPU chip launched later this year, and it's supposed to be providing a lot more power and more processing power, I should say, but way more energy efficient than the previous generation.
Jeez, that is insane. And you know what? Actually, Crypto KJ said makes the 4090 look like a 1050 Ti, and yeah, that's more of a good comparison because I was comparing 2 different companies. But holy shit, that's crazy. All right, let's move on. There's gonna be a few clips of this because I haven't seen anything about this yet. Again, this was about an hour ago. Nvidia's new AI chip paves the way for the metaverse, says Chris Gennady, if that's how you say his name, on CNBC television. Let's see what this is about.
Nvidia unveils Blackwell. We get the GB200 chip, also the accompanying software. Jensen Huang says it's a platform. It's not just a chip. He's trying to make that clear. Huge performance upgrade now, and I had to Google what a petaflop was, but 20 petaflops compared to the
20 petaflops
from its successor. Hopper.
I
don't think you had to Google it, but the rest of us did. Put it all in perspective. What does all this mean with the petaflops and everything else? And why is Nvidia's stock down?
One of the main things that we've been thinking at Wisdom Tree is you're seeing all the biggest companies in the world spending on the order of tens of billions in capital improvements and further developments to build out this massive computational infrastructure. And when they do all that spending, that tens of billions, a lot of it goes toward Nvidia. And we've seen the chart of the stock, incredible returns in the past years. But the critical question, and what I was most interested in during the keynote, was you started to get a perception, for instance, of what the metaverse could be used for, how that could connect across multiple industries, how you can use all this computational power to do more. Last year, it seemed like it was about figuring out a way to pass the GMAT and the LSAT and the bar exam, which are all nifty achievements. But to see it working in industries, improving factories, connecting over to robotics and healthcare, this is where I think we need to go to make the returns that these companies need to see to spend tens of billions.
So, Chris, I'm going to tell you something right now. If this is the thing that makes the metaverse make sense, I mean, I think a lot of people's minds are going to be pretty blown. I want to get into some of the announcements, some of the stocks that benefited from what Jensen Huang was talking about. He mentioned the big three cloud providers, Microsoft, Alphabet, and Amazon, are going to offer access to Blackwell through their cloud services. So those three are obviously also part of the Magnificent Seven. Does this cement the idea that you want to be in these Magnificent Seven names for this AI trade? Does it create a new leg of this AI trade in your mind? I mean, what happens with these companies having such immediate access? We're showing some of the other companies, IBM and Oracle as well, but specifically these three names.
It's notable that these companies really offer a menu to their client base to basically allow them to use. I mean, some of these companies like Amazon and what have you, they also offer access to quantum computing, at least the development of where it is today. I was personally more interested to hear the announcements of Cadence and Synopsys, sort of that next level down where you see those partnerships that Nvidia is making with companies that are maybe not the most well-known companies in the entire world, with the biggest client bases, to ultimately see further benefits across this AI trade.
That's crazy. So let's see, Andrew Masad in the chat. Was that you that said he's holding like 200K in his hands? Who was it? Let me see. Can't find it. I don't know. Somebody said it. Somebody said anybody noticed he's holding like $200,000 in his hands when he was holding up the two chips. And that's probably not a lie. So this is going to be like strictly AI stuff. This isn't really going to be for GPU mining people, right? This is going to be like just out of the realm of normal people purchasing, right? Let's see. All right. Nvidia unveils AI GPU chip Blackwell. Analysis says there's a lot of good news about the stock. So if anybody's into Nvidia, or if you're not, might be a good time to get into it. Let's see what they got to say over here on Yahoo Finance.
Synopsys is NVIDIA's literally first software partner. They were there in the very first day of our company. Synopsys revolutionized the chip industry with high-level design. We are going to CUDA accelerate Synopsys. We're accelerating computational lithography, one of the most important applications that nobody's ever known about. In order to make chips, we have to push lithography to the limit.
That was NVIDIA founder and CEO Jensen Huang moments ago. He announced software partnerships just before unveiling a new GPU chip called Blackwell at the GTC event. Joining us now is Synovus Trust Senior Portfolio Manager Dan Morgan. Dan, thank you for being here to react to some of this news. What do you think the investor reaction should be right off the bat to the news about the Blackwell chips introduction here?
Well, I was actually watching the telecast like you were earlier before I came on the camera, and I think everything so far has gone very positive. It's pretty much in line with expectations, Madison. Thought process coming into this, where they were going to introduce a new line of chips called Blackwell. They also mentioned the Grace Blackwell 200, which is more advanced chip. They have a whole new family of chips coming out. He also talked about the superior technology in this existing chip over the current Hopper 100, which is the H100. So it kind of leads you to believe that this is something that's going to replace the current chip that's out there right now. So I think what we have to gather from this, Madison and Josh, is that we've had a lot of announcements recently from a lot of different companies about new chips, AI chips that they have coming out. And I think what we're seeing is NVIDIA kind of punching back with their new and greatest technology. You have to bear in mind they have about 70% market share. So these other guys are playing catch up. And so they want to show they're not just going to sit back and let other companies like AMD and so forth come out with chips and not respond back. So that's what I think this is a big part of. And I expect them to continue to maintain that pole position right now.
How much, Dan, you look at this stock and just what a remarkable rally it's been, Dan. It's up about 80% already just this year. How much good news do you think we're pricing in here?
Well, there's a lot of good news, Josh, and the stock trades at a very high multiple. Obviously, when you look at the trail, if you look at it versus upcoming fiscal year 25, it's not a huge multiple. But, at this point, I wrote a piece, who's going to be the first one to 3 trillion? Is it going to be Amazon or Google or Nvidia? And I think you'd have to say right now, Nvidia is in the better position just from a growth perspective. So even though I expect the comparisons to kind of slow down a little bit in terms of what they have been over the last 4 quarters, I still expect them to grow at a very strong rate. So, Josh, when you got a great stock like Nvidia, you just got to kind of let it run. Everybody wants to find that sell point and get out and find that perfect moment, but I still think you got a ways to go.
So let me ask you, some folks have, I'm sure you've heard this, they look at the run NVIDIA's had and other just AI-related names, the surge, Dan, and you've heard this reaction that it's a kind of classic stock bubble. Do you believe that, Dan? What's your response when you hear that?
Well, I don't believe that, Josh, because if we look at NVIDIA, it's a company that we can actually see tangible evidence that AI is directly impacting profits. And there are few other companies that we can say that about. Like today we had the announcement with Apple and Alphabet and the Gemini AI engine. And so it's kind of hard. It's a great announcement. Sounds really good, but how are we going to parse through that? Where are we going to see actual financial results? If you think about, Josh, I've been in this business since '87, so I went through the tech bubble back in late, 1999, 2000, summer of 2000. And it doesn't feel anything like that today because you have companies that are obviously have very good earnings. They're doing very well. They have very established businesses, lots of cash on the balance sheet. So I don't feel we're in a .com or AI.com bubble at this point. I think we're at the beginning of something big. And there are going to be companies that aren't going to benefit from it as much as everybody thinks they are. But I think NVIDIA is one that is going to benefit. And obviously, that will show up in the stock price.
Well, talk to me about what stocks we can anticipate rising off of this news throughout the course of this week. We're seeing Synopsys up, unsurprisingly, a little over 3% here. Nvidia, though, a little bit flat, which is a little surprising to me here. I'm curious what stocks our audience of investors on the Yahoo Finance platform should be looking at throughout the rest of the week to suss out how this news is landing.
Well, Madison, obviously you're going to get a boost to AMD. We know that they have the MI300A, MI300X. That's their latest AI chips that they recently brought out. Also, a lot of people won't talk about Intel, but they have the Gandhi 3, which is actually going to be rolling out pretty soon. They have Falcon Shores. So they have some chips coming down the pipe. You have Marvel, obviously, with their PAM DSP4 chip. That's obviously should benefit from this. We know that Broadcom reported a couple weeks ago, and they don't have a pure play chip, but they do have accelerators and other products that are AI related. So those would be some of the chip players that I would expect to really benefit from the NVIDIA news coming out, kind of names that we know about. And then, Madison and Josh, we switch it over and we look at companies that are currently developing their own chips. You don't really think of Alphabet, but they have the Tensor chip that they're developing with Broadcom. So you have a lot of these companies that are buyers of chips, AI chips that are in the process of developing their own chip. Meta, for example, has 2 chips they just released a couple of months ago that they're developing in the AI space that they would use as an alternative to, let's say, the H100 for NVIDIA. So you have kind of a force of the chip competitors, and then you have companies that use the chips that are developing their own AI chips that should benefit from what's happening with NVIDIA. So it's kind of a 2-prong attack.
Dan, always love it.
Interesting. Well, shout out to Yahoo for that. All right, let's move on to the next one. Nvidia unveils Blackwell chip to extend AI dominance over here on Bloomberg Television. Let's do it.
This was a widely anticipated announcement and a kind of essential for the continued evolution of the company's Blackwell chip. About 2.5 times more powerful than the Hopper platform that it replaces. So the B100, that's going to be the new terminology to replace the H100. But I think as well as the performance, the CEO is very keen to emphasize the reduced power consumption of this new platform, which obviously every corporate is incredibly sensitive now to their environmental footprint. And so be able to do much more computational processes and tasks, doing them more quickly, but doing them without being so power hungry is incredibly important too. So I think that was an important element too. So yeah, I don't think anybody really heard anything they weren't expecting to hear, but there was lots of fanfare about how the world is getting more and more complex and computational driven, and that these chips they're developing are going to continue to be, kind of in strong demand. And I think they probably did enough to kind of convince people that they continue to maintain a big edge edge over their rivals in terms of delivering these things and broadening their market. You know, their big customers are the big data center and cloud companies, and there's a lot more that goes on inside data centers than just the processing. There's connectivity between all these different computing devices, and they're getting into that market in a bigger way too. So they're kind of expanding their addressable market into other ways too.
And it's interesting, as you say, that they're looking to address those energy concerns around AI's energy consumption. We'll see if the analysts latch onto that as well. In terms of the moat then that exists between Nvidia and its competitors, have they widened that moat with this B100 with the Blackwell, or is AMD and others, are they catching up?
It's hard to say. I mean, my initial reaction would be maybe they've widened it a bit, but, you know, we'll just have to see what happens this year in terms of other announcements. But I think at the very least, I think they're definitely maintaining it. Probably one of the other interesting things we saw yesterday was, towards the end, a new robotics platform, which actually Disney is looking to use. And they actually had two kind of quite small robots that are kind of Disney-themed come on. They kind of remind me a bit of some of the small things you saw in the Star Wars movies. And so there's some kind of quite exciting things there. Maybe that's going to open up a whole new kind of debate about this robotics platform, how it's used in the enterprise and the entertainment area too. So there's a kind of a light-hearted moment towards the end of his 2-hour keynote, which maybe will kind of spark some interest from Bloomberg and others.
All right, shout out to them for that. Let's sorry, I'm trying to update my iOS flight sheets while I'm live. All right, let's see. Let's move on to CNBC television. Bitcoin slips further below 68,000, adding to weekend losses. Let's see what they got to say over here. Again, this was yesterday afternoon. I'm trying to catch up on the news. Let's do it.
Today, Ether's losses pile up as the cryptocurrency adds to its weekend sell-off. Prosecutors argue Sam Bankman-Fried should be sentenced to as many as 50 years in prison. And Jason Urban, global head of trading at Galaxy, reacts to Bitcoin's retreat from new all-time highs.
Sentenced to death. R.I.P.
Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World. I'm Talia Kaplan. Bitcoin continuing to move lower to kick off the week. As of noon Eastern, Bitcoin dropped further below $70,000 to the $67,000 level, adding to a retreat that started on Friday. And Ether fell nearly 3% to $3,500. Solana, however, jumped more than 4%, trading above $200 for the first time since November 2021, thanks in part to growing excitement and trading around meme tokens listed on the platform.
Killing it.
Okay, let's talk about the top stories. Standard Chartered thinks the excitement around Bitcoin ETFs and recent highs could drive Bitcoin to $150,000 by the end of the year. The bank's analyst, Jeff Kendrick, said in a note Monday that he's raising the bank's estimates for the cryptocurrency from $100,000 thanks to, quote, more rapid pass-through from ETF inflows to the BTC price to date. He went even further, saying that Bitcoin could hit $200,000 by the end of 2025. Now, Standard Chartered isn't the first to predict 200K Bitcoin on the horizon. Our very first guest on the show ever, Tom Leofonstrat, predicted 200K Bitcoin by the end of 2022. Of course, that was before the collapse of Terra Luna and FTX. More recently, Lee forecasted that we would see $150,000 Bitcoin within the next 12 to 18 months. Next, prosecutors say Sam Bankman-Fried should face 40 to 50 years in prison. In a Friday court filing, U.S. attorneys for the Southern District of New York said that sentence is necessary given the multi-billion-dollar fraud perpetrated by the former head of FTX.
Yeah, he was trying to get out of it because of his autistic nature or some BS last week, right?
For context, that's less than half of the 110-year maximum SBF could face. Still, prosecutors said that their suggested sentence is appropriate given the extraordinary dimensions of his crimes. Bankman-Fried faces sentencing on March 28th and can still appeal his conviction. Last, Starbucks is giving up on its NFT rewards program. On Friday, the company announced it was ending Starbucks Odyssey beta, saying it, quote, must come to an end to prepare for what comes next. As such, the program will close on March 31st, and for those who still want to trade stamps, as they're called, those will transition over to NFT platform Nifty Marketplace.
If NFTs weren't already a scam, now coffee shops are trying to sell them.
Now, Starbucks launched Odyssey back in December 2022 as a way to bring Web3 technology to the coffee chain's rewards program.
I didn't even know it was a thing.
All right, back to markets for our main story. As Bitcoin has been retreating from new all-time highs, I spoke with Jason Urban, global head of trading at Galaxy Digital, to find out why. He also reacts to continued demand for Bitcoin ETFs and explains how Galaxy's product compares to the others trading here in the US. Let's start off by talking about markets. For 2 weeks, Bitcoin had been hitting fresh records, reaching an all-time high of $73,679 last Wednesday. That's according to Coinmetrics. Then on Friday, Bitcoin retreated sharply, dropping below the $70,000 level, and has been hanging out there since then, trading at the $67,000 level just before noon. So what do you think is behind the drop?
I think this is some natural consolidation. We've had quite a run. And so people have been watching the inflows to the ETF. It is certainly, one of the most successful ETF launches in history, if not the most successful. And so people are monitoring that, they're watching it. And because of that, you get people starting to game things. We've had quite a run. It's not unusual when you've had something like this to have a little bit of consolidation. And quite frankly, it's healthy. It's something that, we look at and we're confident in where we think this is going, over the next 6 months, but a little bit of retracement is okay. And so we'll see some more price discovery here, and then hopefully it's back to the races.
So what do you think has been driving Bitcoin to new highs in recent weeks, and how much of that is attributed to the excitement surrounding spot Bitcoin ETFs?
I think a lot of it is, quite frankly. I think what's interesting, though, is you haven't seen the TradFi plumbing really take effect. And so while you have some platforms where it's out, you have others that haven't quite hit yet. There isn't an easy way for some of these, traditional retail investors to manifest their view in crypto. And so, in Bitcoin specifically. And so you see some speculative, players stepping in. While they're traditional finance speculators, there are people that are stepping in, and it's not unusual, when that's happening, fast money in, fast money out, but you're going to have this steady flow. You're going to have a steady flow as the ETFs downstream really become available to a broad, set of investors.
In a note to clients today, Standard Chartered's head of digital assets research said that he's raising his year-end Bitcoin price forecast by 50% to $150,000, given the, quote, more rapid pass through from ETF inflows to the BTC price to date. Do you think that is a realistic forecast? Earlier this month, your CEO, Mike Novogratz, said that he anticipates Bitcoin will reach $100,000 this year because of runaway momentum in spot Bitcoin ETF. So what's your outlook?
What do you guys think in the chat? You think $150,000? I don't see why not.
Split the baby and play the diplomat and say it's somewhere in the middle. I
split the baby.
Certainly think that 100 is
that was a weird ass
expected
analogy
by a lot of, I'll say, crypto natives. As I'm out here at the Digital Asset Summit in London this week, and just talking to a lot of the crypto natives, there really is an underpinning. And then you have a lot of traditional finance players stepping in as well. And so I don't think 100 is off the table. I certainly hope 150 is the right number, but it's how we get there too that's important, right? We don't want it to, you need healthy price discovery, healthy market action. And so a little bit of a retracement here off of the 73,000 highs. I think you're going to see a steady build. It'll build a base in here and then all of a sudden start to really drive higher. So I'll play the diplomat and say 120, 125.
Interesting. Now, since launching in January, the new Bitcoin ETFs have pulled in billions of dollars from investors, even with the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust seeing heavy outflows. Galaxy is one of 11 asset managers that got the green light from the SEC to offer a spot Bitcoin ETF back in January. Now, BTCO, the Invesco Galaxy Bitcoin ETF, has $357 million of assets under management as of today, compared to BlackRock, for example, which has nearly $16 billion, according to FactSet. So how would you say your ETF is faring compared to your competitors?
I think that you have to look, when you're looking at the Bitcoin ETF, you're going to have to look at, it's a long game. There's things like tracking error that, I think that we're excellent at, and that will become, more apparent in time. And so right now it is a marathon. While it might be a sprint marathon, it's still a marathon. And I think that as the Invesco Galaxy partnership starts to press forward, you should see us pick up pace and really gain traction in some of the places that, we haven't to date yet.
Now, Galaxy Digital and Invesco jointly filed an application for a spot Ether ETF. VanEck's filing is first in line for a decision on May 23rd, and other asset managers filed applications including BlackRock and Grayscale. Are you optimistic these applications will get approved? And if they do, what will change for crypto?
I think that right now the regulators, and I'm not speaking to the regulators, but just the sense of the feel that we get, the regulators want to see how this works. And I don't think there's going to be a mad rush to launch. As much as I would love for them to launch an ETF, I don't see that happening in the next 6 to 8 weeks, right? I do think that with time, and the success of the Bitcoin ETF, you will naturally see something with ETH. But
I don't think he's wrong. I think we're gonna be waiting a little bit longer than May, right? Is the deadline?
I think it's going to be a little bit more of a longer slog than what people would like it to be, and say it's a fast follow. It might be a few more months. It might take a little bit longer.
So in a nutshell, what would you say is the current state of crypto trading?
I think that right now it's exceedingly healthy. And I'll say that not just talking our own book, but Galaxy, we bridge both sides of the ecosystem, and we are seeing an equal amount of drive and desire to access the markets from our crypto natives, as well as traditional finance players, people that were on the sidelines for the better part of the last 18 months during crypto winter. We're now seeing them step forward, entering into large transactions. And when those type of players move, they're dipping their toe is a large transaction in crypto, and we're seeing them dip their toes and maybe up to the knee a little bit. So they're really kind of stepping in, and that's exciting to see, because it's healthy to have a wide range of people, some who are entering into the market from the true believers, as well as the new converts, if you will.
That guy and his damn analogies that whole time. Anyways, shout out to CNBC Television for that. All right, let's move on to the videos of the day. Again, I need to catch up on a lot of stuff. I haven't watched videos at all, literally, in the past like 4 days. So Crypto Bull Run Guide, a new dangerous phase is starting. Let's see what Mr. Lark Davis has to say. This was 2 days ago, actually. I haven't seen it yet. If you guys have, I apologize, but we're going to watch it. Let's do it.
A new dangerous phase is beginning in the cryptocurrency markets. Every minute that the price goes up, the danger increases for new investors coming into the space, especially. So let's discuss this new dangerous phase in the market.
He's not wrong, though. It does. The more it goes up, the more dangerous it is to jump in, because people try to not miss out, FOMO, fear of missing out, right? And yeah, you get wrecked when it pulls back.
Need to know and how.
Well, you only get wrecked if you sell. Let's put it that way.
To make the most profits that you can during this time, because here is what you need to accept. It is not early anymore. It's not super late either, but it's most definitely not early in the cycle. We have just entered into phase 3 of the bull run. Now, a quick reminder of the phases. Phase 1 started
phase 3 of the bull run. Did you just say that? It's phase 3. Oh, how are we already at phase 3? We haven't hit the halving yet.
At the bottom of the bear market.
Halving yet. I just said that weird.
No one believes it's over at that point. Everyone thinks we're going to go much lower at that point. Pessimism is very high, but early signs of recovery start to show, with little things like stablecoin inflows starting to pick up. Phase 2 is the major accumulation period before new highs are hit. Much more money starts coming back into the space at this point. On-chain data all starts looking up. Technicals start looking up. This is the best time to buy, and it's over. Sorry, you missed it. Phase 3 is the major markup phase, which can last up to 18 months. Maybe a bit less, maybe a bit longer. This is the phase we just entered. More on that in a moment. Then there's phase 4. This is when you need to sell. This is when you need to get out of the market, take profits, and run away, because phase 4, which is the most dangerous time of all, is essentially when the bear market starts. The all-time high watermark price is just the first step towards the bear market lows. That's something you need to realize and accept. And the sooner you do that, the wealthier you will be. But phase 4, and That comes later, and I'll make a video when I believe we're nearing that phase will come. So be ready for it. But right now, welcome to phase 3. All-time highs for Bitcoin have been broken. That marks the start of phase 3. Now, at the time of recording, Ethereum had not yet broken highs. The total market cap for all cryptos had not yet broken highs either. So really, the first steps into phase 3 are just happening right now. We have our first phase 3 signal. It's not early anymore, but again, it's also not super late. We're early in phase 3. But when we enter phase 3, things can move much faster than you think. You need to adapt to new realities. The key thing to understand here is that the risk reward can change very, very fast too. Buying Ethereum at $1,000 was a high reward, low risk, quote unquote, for crypto play. You were looking at a 10 to 15x return with minimal downside since most of the bleeding had already happened. The price is already down 75, 80% at that point. Buying at 4K, still okay, IMO, but now you're looking at 2 or 3x returns. You see, there's a significant change to the risk reward equation now.
Who he thinks 4K still 2 or 3x returns.
Every dollar up is more risk for less reward. It's just math. It's just math.
He's not wrong, though.
What is crazy is that psychologically, the higher the price goes, the safer it's going to feel to buy, which is exactly the opposite of how winning is done. Keep this simple reality in mind. When phase 4 comes, people will be falling over themselves as they rush frantically to buy the top on everything. There will be a buying mania, euphoria across your timeline, which should signal to you that are the person listening now to this video. Hi, by the way, you're going to need to engage in selling mania at that time. You have to be contrarian to the herd because 90% of people are going to lose their money, but that's not going to be you. Anyway, so phase 3 is here. How do you thrive in phase 3? Because while it is an increasingly dangerous phase in the market, it's also the phase where most of the money is going to be made. By the way, if you're looking for the best market insights during phase 3 on money-making airdrops, NFTs, altcoin charts, altcoin reviews, and much, much more, then you need to check out the
talking about his newsletter
market. Okay, so step 1, you need to adapt to the new reality. It's here. There are still people who could not adapt to phase 2 starting and are still sidelined in cash waiting for $12,000 Bitcoin, a price that's simply never, ever going to come. It's super unlikely. You will need to get comfortable with this new reality. It means buying high and hopefully selling higher. Okay, you're not going to get those crazy $20,000 Bitcoin, $1,000 ETH prices, $10 Solana. It's done. Deal with it. Move on. We're breaking out right across all higher time frames right now. The total market cap is nearing a breakout moment. We could go to a 6, maybe even up to a $10 trillion total market cap this cycle, which means everyone's going to eat good. How long phase 3 lasts? As anyone's guess. No one knows, okay? But we are here now, and you need to deal with the starting of this reality. By this stage, most of your money, likely you're going to want to already have that into the market. Now you just need to ride those bags higher. But here's the problem. What if you were sidelined? What if you're just entering the market? Or maybe you just got a bunch of cash. You just won the lottery or something, and you want to put that money in the market now. Well, good news here, there's some good news, is that the phase in the market is full of opportunity. Phase 3 is a big opportunity time. These are the 6 areas I would focus on most if I was bringing fresh cash into the market. Now, you need maybe 2 or 3 of these to be wildly successful. By the way, you don't have to be doing everything. Number 1, airdrops. People have been making wild money on airdrops. I don't know how.
Guys, please, for the love of God, be careful with airdrops. This is the only thing I hate about this guy's channel. He talks about airdrops consistently, and it's okay. You can make money, right? But like, new people don't understand what an airdrop is. All right, they think it's like these scam videos that you see like on YouTube, like, hey, send me 200 XRP and I'm gonna double it. Right? Actually, there was somebody, I'm not gonna name who or whoever told me, but somebody actually got scammed literally yesterday and sent me an image of it. And somebody used they took their like a lower, like a shitty wallet and sent a couple XRP. It was like, I don't even know, 70 XRP or something over to this like scan thing, right? They said they thought it was an airdrop, but that's not how airdrops work. Anyways, they sent the money over to this, and they sent the money back. They doubled it, okay? He was like, oh, sick. I got 140 XRP. Yeah, let's go. I'm super smart. I'm going to grab my other wallet, and I'm going to put, I got a whole bunch of XRP, and now I'm going to send my whole bunch of XRP over there, and they're going to double it, send it back. Then you got fucked. That sucks. Please, don't do that. Nobody's going to give you free money. There's no such thing as a free lunch. Everybody wants to eat yours, okay? Know that.
How much longer this meta is going to last for, but it's been massive. I know you're going, oh, it's just whales and influencers making lots of money. No, regular people just like you have made.
That's how they fish you. It's like a fucking hook, right? They put bigger bait on it. They gave you a little bit to get a lot more because they knew you were going to send more. That's how they always do it. If you want to scam them, make a bunch of different wallets, send little amounts, and just see if they keep sending it back, because then that's funny.
crazy money, but you have to put the work in. I know, work, it's hard. I've made multiple videos on airdrops, how to get them, how to farm them. Go watch them. It's free information. You'll love it. Number 2, token sales. This can be really hard to get into, I know, but sale platforms like Ape Terminal have had some wildly successful token sales that have put in some crazy returns. Now, if you can get into these sales, which is hard to do, then you can make some real good money. If you have the time, then you should probably be applying for every single sale that you can and hoping that you win an allocation. You'll get one eventually. By the way, same goes for CoinList, which had token sales like Solana and stuff like that. So high quality. Number 3, meme coins. Love them or hate them. Meme coins have created insane wealth for crypto holders. They've become a major meta of this cycle. Obviously, you need to get in early and it's very risky, but just one winner can make a big difference to your total portfolio. Not a game for everyone, obviously, but for those with a high risk tolerance, it can be a pretty interesting game to play. And while the life cycle on most meme coins tends to be very short, there are others that will remain relevant as long as, well, crypto remains in a risk-on environment. We've seen that with...
Shout out to you in the chat. Who is that? What is that? Retro Mike. Thank you, buddy. I don't believe in phases. I just mine and give it all away. Retro Mike, thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. Appreciate you, buddy. Sorry, I was updating my flight sheets on HiveOS.
With some of the big meme coins already. They're probably not going away anytime soon. Number 4, gaming coins, a big area of my personal investment in crypto. As always, link in the description showing my full portfolio disclosures. But the thesis is simple. Much like meme coins, gaming coins are easy for people to understand. I like the game, so I'm going to buy the token of the game. Most games are going to fail because, that's what's going to happen. But a few will go on to become household names from this cycle potentially, with new games launching all the time. Of course, there will remain lots of opportunity here for gem hunters. And then obviously...
Speaking of games, actually, how do you guys feel about GFAL? Anybody in the chat into GFAL? It's like gamers for a living or something like that. It's the guys that created EA Sports. Like the people that created that are like the developers of this coin. Or a couple of them are developers of this coin. So I thought it was kind of neat. And I'm kind of like interested to see where that goes. I have a little bit of it, not much, but I would like to know if anybody else is into that one as well.
We're going to have major markups right across the space. So there's lots of, again, opportunity. Number 5, AI, one of the biggest industries in the world, one of the biggest trends for the next decade, at least. Crypto AI, tapping into that major trend, will be full of overhyped absolute crap and garbage, and also massively undervalued gems and coins that will go on to make a big impact in the real world. Trick is finding those different ones, right? Watch for new players launching, even for some of the old players, which will continue to have success. Things like Render and BitTensor and Golem might feel overvalued right now, but then you think, how big can AI be? And maybe they're still a decent buy, not financially, of course. Number 6, new coins. The market loves shiny new coins. They do not like dino coins, straight up. The coins that will make the biggest moves in phase 3 are new coins. And there are lots of cool new things coming out from Jupiter on Solana, big fat bags. Nibiru chain, new chain that just come out in the Cosmos ecosystem, big fat bags, that one's as well. Dozens of others coming out too. These coins have the new tech, they have the new narrative. They lack the army of salty bag holders from last cycle, flooding everything and dumping every second they can. New coins are what people like and they want in the markets. Well, mostly anyway. There'll be a good run of time when you can play these, of course, before we get into phase 4. Now, other coins like Chainlink will have their moment in the sun. Some old coins do well, but they're few and far between. Most of the time, people don't like dino coins. But again, much of your portfolio is probably already going to be set by this point of where we are right now in phase 3. So you might have 12 to 18 months to play around with these new plays. No one knows how long it'll last again, but there will be ample time from here to the top to play these different narratives that I've just mentioned, what I think are going to be some of the biggest money-making narratives of the cycle. Now for the risks. look, phase 3 will be full of insane volatility. And I know we all love the upside volatility. That's the volatility we like. But the truth is that downside volatility will also be a big and normal feature of this market cycle. Some will say, no, there won't be any significant downside volatility because Wall Street is here, man. And those people are wrong. Those people are wrong. Expect multiple 30% crashes. Wild downside price volatility will happen. That are so sharp and so brutal that you will question everything. And you guys not know who Wall Street is and what they do? Come on. These are the kind of crashes that make you assume that the run is over. But those will also be the best times to add to positions to go higher until it isn't, because one day it won't be. The goal now is to survive with as much crypto as you can, which leads into phase 4. The selling time. Phase 4 is a short phase generally in the market. You maybe have 6 weeks to fully exit the markets at the top before the next bear market comes. Now, during this time, you're going to do everything possible. Your brain will do everything possible. That is to convince you with the greed and the euphoria that you need to buy more, bet more. The masses will be rushing to buy at that time, but it's not the buying time. Even late phase 3 is a time of extreme danger to buy. Early phase 3, you're okay. Late phase 3, no. But maybe there's some opportunities still in late phase 3, but definitely phase 4 is for selling only, no buying. This is when you run for the exits and get the hell out. And to be clear, there is no orderly exit from the market. There's no guy there, okay, everybody come over here and sell for maximum profits. No, it's only chaos, only chaos. Everything and everyone will be telling you that this is the new paradigm of money and you need to buy now, but that's the exact time you need to be selling and securing your financial future. The super cycle's here, up only, but in the end, all that BS, there's only one person behind the screen clicking the buttons responsible for you taking profits. And if you don't sell, that's you, by the way, if you do not realize your profits, if you do not take the life-changing money on the table and change your life, then you're setting yourself up for years of pain and regret. Don't do it.
I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to him for actually yelling at us, because it's true. A lot of people will ride their bags all the way down because you guys have this delusion that things are just gonna go up forever, right? And listen, I was there with you. Like I rode shit all the way down, and it's coming back up, right? So guess what? I ain't making that mistake again. So you guys need to pay attention. Just make sure you guys take profits. Don't F yourselves, right? And don't FOMO in, please. Don't FOMO out either, because that's even worse, okay? If you've already lost a bunch of money when things are coming down, just fucking wait. Just wait. Even if you gotta wait 4 years, 5 years, just wait. You know what? It sucks. Yes, it sucks. But guess what? It's a lesson you need, because it happens to all of us. Happened to me, happened to literally everybody here, okay? Like, seriously, everybody here. Anyways, let's get into this. Altcoin Daily, 3 months until Bitcoin price explodes to 150K. This is what we need. Kathy Wood gives us wood right now on Altcoin Daily. Let's do it.
In our business, what's interesting is the wirehouses, which dominate our customers, Morgan Stanley, UBS, Merrill Lynch at B of A, Wells Fargo, not one of them has approved Bitcoin on its platform. That hasn't even happened yet. And those are our primary clients. When that happens,
explosion.
New information coming in regarding the inflows into these ETFs. So many institutions still have yet to buy. The Bitcoin ETF's hot start seems largely driven by retail investors. Data shows that the average trade size for the biggest spot Bitcoin ETF, BlackRock, hovers around 13,000, suggesting that a big chunk of its demand is coming from non-professional traders. Interesting. Bitcoin ETFs pulled a record $2.56 billion in inflows last week. This is the highest weekly inflows since launching. And not all, but most, a larger percentage than originally thought, is retail size investors. And this kind of lines up with what the insiders are saying, right? Kathy Wood, despite the huge success of these ETFs, she admits that the majority of demand that she expects to enter through these ETFs have not got their ducks in a row yet to do it.
Definitely not.
no wirehouse has approved Bitcoin yet. So all of this price action has happened before they approved it. And so, we haven't even begun.
And institutions like Standard Chartered Bank, an 800 billion sized institution, are realizing the implications of this and actually raising their Bitcoin price targets to 150,000 by end of year. And then most haven't even realized the implications of these ETFs year after year after year, with supply flow decreasing every 4 years. Like, it's crazy what's about to happen to Bitcoin.
So what's your timeline for 1 million USD Bitcoin now? And is there perhaps a price target beyond that now?
Yes, our target is above that. We've got a 2030 target, so it's well above.
Real quick. This is that site that he keeps showing with the ETF thing. That's kind of cool. I didn't even know this existed. It's heyapollo.com/Bitcoin ETF. Oh, damn. Shows everything, though. That's neat. That's a cool site. All right.
Above that, and with our new expectations for institutional involvement, the incremental price that we assume for institutions actually has more than doubled, because we don't know how quickly the more independent registered investment advisors in the United States, those platforms are saying, give us 3 months to do our due diligence. The others are saying we need at least 6 months. So, I would put those in the institutional bucket as well.
But in your view, Kathy, all of the factors are moving the price of this in an upwards trajectory.
Yes, indeed.
So prices are down, yet activity is up. There's more demand every day and less supply flow around the corner, less than a month till the Bitcoin halving. This pre-halving consolidation is healthy. Patience is key. Bitcoin has crossed the technology adoption cycle chasm. Bitcoin has crossed this now. Bitcoin is doing what Uber did. Bitcoin is the Uber of finance. The world's most successful rideshare app, Uber, grew so popular so fast that it became electorally impossible for politicians to oppose it. That same dynamic is at play today with Bitcoin.
Real quick, I want to look at that chart he showed quick. Where is it? Right here. Early majority. Look at this. That's kind of so is that what he was talking? Is that what Lark was talking about? The third phase? Is that what he's talking about right here? We're into the third phase now. Sounds about right, actually. Interesting. All right.
Is at play today with Bitcoin. Try as she might, the politicians against Bitcoin, the few, like Elizabeth Warren, cannot beat back the waves of culture.
So many people liked it from the consumer standpoint and from the gig economy driver standpoint, people who wanted to supplement their income, that it became electorally impossible for the administration of the city to really try to sit on it and crush that industry. And similarly, I think you're seeing with Bitcoin now, there's so many people who see value in it that the institutions really can't sit on it anymore. It's just busting through that brick wall in a very democratic way. The politics, in this case, both commercial and government institutions, are flowing downhill from culture.
So Bitcoin is expected to grow by institutions, but look at this. Crypto is expected to grow by institutions. In this report by Bernstein, they name Bitcoin, the Ethereum ecosystem, Solana and other L1 blockchains, gaming, and other cryptocurrencies. The cryptocurrency market is expected to 3x by 2025. This might be conservative, but analysts at Bernstein are predicting the entire crypto market cap could grow to 7.5 trillion by end of 25. Specifically, they're predicting Bitcoin at a $3 trillion market cap, Ethereum ecosystem at a $1.8 trillion market cap, and top L1s like Solana at a $1.4 trillion market cap. Let's talk about other altcoins. Let me show you that crypto is growing. Not just Bitcoin, not just Ethereum, but quality crypto projects like Cardano. Cardano finally gets a fiat-backed stablecoin. The ticker is USDM. Layer 1 blockchain Cardano has welcomed its first one-to-one fully backed stablecoin, USDM, launched March 17th. The Mehen Finance founded stablecoin allows holders to mint or redeem USDM via the United States dollar and differs from existing Cardano-backed stablecoins such as DJED and IUSD, which are algorithmic and synthetic-based. Major
Cardano-backed stablecoin? How do you guys feel about Cardano? How do you feel about it? I don't have any of it. I've never been an ADA fan. I don't know why. I like Charles Hodgkinson, if that's how you say his last name, but yeah, I've just never been into it. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Major milestone for Cardano. And Cardano is refuting rumors that it has abandoned its scaling project Hydra. Cardano is still scaling. Charles Hoskinson took to Twitter and wrote, I've been seeing some videos claiming that Hydra has been abandoned. It is just pure FUD. The team has never been more productive and motivated. There is great community engagement and new papers on the way for enhancements to the protocol. So I don't know who's saying this, but it seems the greatest trick these VCs ever played was convincing the cryptocurrency market that Cardano is inferior. In other news, CZ Binance, founder of Binance Exchange, is launching a new project. He says, no new tokens, but I say you never know what happens down the line. Ever since Ethereum's Dencun upgrade, we're seeing
Why? He's got so much money. Just get the hell out of it. Just leave it alone. Go into AI. Go make computers and shit.
ETH Layer 2s get more used. Base surges to 2 million daily transactions. The 350% jump in base daily transactions comes amidst a vast reduction in fees following the Dencun upgrade. Chainlink's CCIP revenue surges over 180% over 2 months amid massive adoption. The cumulative revenue for cross-chain protocol, which launched in July 2023, has reached 370,000. Chainlink founder Sergey Nazarov explains the ultimate vision for Chainlink. Listen.
Chainlink's another one I've never been into. Is anybody into that? Let me know in the chat.
The ultimate vision for Chainlink is to be a decentralized computing marketplace where developers can show up and request any data, any off-chain computation, any connection to really any system. That could be an existing system or a cross-chain system, and to receive that data in a trust minimized way. So in a way where it was computed using Oracle networks and is provably secure, provably decentralized, provably reliable enough to control value. And then giving those developers and the people making all the smart contracts the ability to modify what level of security they want. So as the value in smart contracts grows, the need for security grows. And so the budget for security grows, because there's a big difference between securing $1 million or $1 billion or $100 billion. And if you're securing $1 million, you only need a certain amount of nodes and a certain amount of security features, and that's a certain cost. If you're securing $1 billion, that's another set of features, another set of nodes, another set of costs. 100 billion, it's like a whole different story, basically. More nodes, more features, more security related costs. So the fundamental goal of Chainlink is to create a market where all off-chain decentralized computation can be delivered for data, compute, connectivity purposes to accelerate what smart contracts do and to allow them to be connected to each other in ways that create this Internet of Contracts. That's the fundamental long-term, in my opinion, goal of the system. And I think if you get to a world like that, where a smart contract can say, I need this piece of data, I need that about identity, I need a connection to these 3 other contracts, I need to be connected to Swift for something, I need to be connected to a CSD for something else to get approval because, I'm doing this in this jurisdiction. If you can compose all of that in a number of minutes, because all of those components exist and clearly represent what they are and have a clear price and have a clear security guarantee that's measurable, then instead of taking months to make financial products, instead of taking months to do transactions that are complex, they can happen in minutes to seconds. Basically, as quickly as smart contract code can run to collect all the different building blocks, all the different data oracles and all the different identity oracles and all the different other contracts and other chains with the help of the cross-chain oracles. And so then you can basically build financial products and systems for everything, for insurance, for gaming, for the financial system in minutes. And that really, for me, is the true long-term vision of smart contracts. It's not just tokenization, just like email is not just the vision for the internet. The real vision for the internet is all information technology, all information interacting with all the other information in a useful, easy to compose, secure, efficient way. That's what the internet is. That's what we need to get the internet of value, the internet of smart contracts to. Just like it takes you a week to build a web application, it should take you a week to build a fully featured thing that you can release as a smart contract and advanced digital asset. That's really what we're going towards.
Cody cryptocurrency launches a $10 million rewards program to support its version 2 token rollout. In addition to the existing Cody token holders, the eligibility for airdrop rewards have been automatically extended for all treasury participants. If you want to learn more on Cody,
neat. All right, shout out to Altcoin Daily for that video. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know. I've never been into Chainlink, but I kind of like sound of that, to be honest. Yeti said it sounds like another project's already doing on chain. Let me see, on chain computation. Real quick, shout out to Yeti, by the way, for becoming a team member over at Dynex. Actually, there was an announcement yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. But all right, let's get into the recap of things real quick. Bitcoin was just at 64,000. It's at 63,997 now. Ethereum at 3,300 bucks. I think we're gonna see things start to kick back upwards. Caspa right now, I swapped into some this morning at 11.9 or something, 11.7. I forget where it was at, but it's a good buying opportunity, at least in my opinion. I do hold quite a bit of Caspa, and I think it's going to do well. HBAR, I think I'm going to grab some now that it's on Tangem, actually. If you guys are interested in the Tangem wallet, go check it out. Super cheap way to hold your crypto, but I think it's a good option, to be honest. I'm getting bombarded by my kids, so you guys know I got to get out of here. We're going to raid Miss Randy Hipper in just a second, but let's see. Chainlink is 16th on the chart. It's $17.67. I didn't realize it was that expensive, to be honest. Interesting. Let's see, $10 billion market cap. What's the all-time high? All-time high on Chainlink is $52 about 3 years ago. I wonder if it could get back there. What do you guys think? Think it's gonna get back there? Official title is Head of Dynex Ecosystem and Security. Nice, Mr. Yeti. That's amazing. Congrats, buddy. Good for you, man. Good for you. I'm sure it's been a crazy last few days. Let's see. Fully Electric said, I swapped out of all my Flux at $1.50. Remember I told you that was the point I wanted out of Flux, and yes, you did. He said, feels so strange not having any. However, I will buy back in a few weeks. What's Flux looking like right now? Flux is at $1.37. Yeah, that's a good point. A good move, dude. Shit, good move. $1.50. Man, you almost got the top. Good stuff, dude. Hell yeah. Fully Electric, OG, man. You're an OG for sure. Good for you, man. Good for you. I sold out at like 40 cents. It was like 44 cents or something when I sold out, but I got Caspa, so it worked out for me. I sold it to get Caspa miners, and they've well made their money back, which is good. So I'm happy about that. But yeah, dude, that's crazy. Good stuff. Good stuff. I hope we see the $3 again. I'm not sure if I don't know. I mean, this Flux Edge stuff they have coming out is actually pretty cool. They're like platform there with the computation and stuff. That's pretty neat. What's up, dude? What? Creep. All right, gotta run for the show. See you in 10 minutes, Miss Randy Hipper. We will see you over there. Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Congrats on the sell-off. And yeah, definitely get back in when you can. Let's see. All right. Curtis said congrats as well. Yeti HDES. What is that? HDES. What does that mean? Crypto 440. Let me know, please, in the chat. What are you doing to my face? What are you doing? This kid killing me. All right, let's see. Any other coins you guys are into? That Hedera one, by the way. Let's go back to it. Actually, where is it? Where did I say the all-time high was? I wonder if I can get back there. 56 cents. That would be a 5x from here. That'd be a pretty nice move, right? A 5x. About 2 years ago, though. Let's try the past year. Been climbing over the past year. See, you know what? Like, this is a project I would get into because, yeah, it's had, you know, a blow up with everything else in 2021 during altcoin season. Clearly, that was the bull run then, right? This project didn't start up here and then die, right? It's been a gradual climb. Looks like higher lows, which is a good thing. I don't know. I think I'm gonna swap into some of it today and see where it goes. I'll take a shot on Hedera. We'll just see where it goes. There's a lot of videos out there. I actually watched one. I'm going to try to find it, and I'll post it in the VIP chat if I find it for anybody, any of my channel members. But yeah, $3.5 billion market cap is really not that big. It's doing well. It's actually right around Caspa as of right now in the on the charts. I think Caspa's in 40th, 42nd, and Hedera is like in 38th. So I think they both have a pretty good chance to shoot right now, to be honest. Not too bad. All right, Hedera, Hadouken. There you go, Nismo. There you go. All right, guys, I gotta get out of here. My kid, I need to go feed him, all that stuff. I gotta be a dad. So you guys have a good day. I will catch you guys bright and early tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the daily grind. Until then, I'll see you over on Miss Randy Hipper's stream. Peace out. Have a good day. See you later.
Eat shit, Gary.